Even after a conversation ends, it can keep playing on repeat in your mind. Every word, pause, and reaction gets dissected, analyzed, and replayed endlessly. This isn't just overthinking. It's your brain trying to make sense of social interactions, evaluate outcomes, and anticipate future ones. Understanding why this happens can help you quiet the mental reruns and finally let conversations stay in the past. Today, we will talk about why you replay conversations after they end. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The habit of mental replaying. Replaying conversations after they've ended is a common experience, especially for reflective or anxious minds. The brain often continues processing interactions, trying to make sense of social cues, intentions, and outcomes. This tendency arises from the brain's predictive and learning functions, which aim to improve future behavior and prevent mistakes. While reflection can be constructive, repeated mental replay often shifts into rumination, where thoughts become repetitive, exaggerated, or distorted. People may fixate on perceived mistakes, miscommunications, or unspoken implications, increasing emotional tension and self-criticism. Understanding that this mental replay is a natural cognitive function helps normalize the experience. The challenge lies in learning how to redirect or limit these cycles so they serve growth and insight rather than stress and anxiety. 2. Emotional drivers of replay. Emotions heavily influence the frequency and intensity of replayed conversations. Feelings of embarrassment, guilt, anxiety, or fear can anchor attention to past interactions, making them difficult to let go of. The amygdala, which governs emotional responses, reinforces these mental loops, prioritizing perceived social threats over neutral or positive events. Even minor social missteps can feel magnified, triggering repeated mental simulations of alternative outcomes. This emotional amplification explains why certain conversations seem stuck in the mind long after they conclude. Recognizing emotional triggers allows individuals to develop strategies to reduce rumination, such as reframing events, practicing mindfulness, or redirecting focus to the present moment, diminishing the brain's insistence on replay. 3. Overthinking and social anxiety. People with a tendency to overthink or experience social anxiety are particularly prone to replaying conversations. The mind continually examines what was said, how it was perceived, and what could have been expressed differently. This hyper-analysis is driven by a desire for social accuracy, approval, or belonging, and it often exaggerates potential negative outcomes. The cognitive loop reinforces self-criticism and fear of judgment, making it difficult to disengage from past conversations. Over time, these thought patterns become habitual, with each new interaction feeding into the cycle. Awareness of this tendency allows individuals to consciously interrupt the pattern, practice self-compassion, and accept that not every interaction needs perfect recall or perfect execution. 4. Cognitive biases that intensify replay. Several cognitive biases contribute to persistent mental replay. Negativity bias makes the brain prioritize errors or awkward moments over neutral or positive ones. Catastrophizing exaggerates minor social missteps into significant problems. Mind-reading assumptions create imagined judgments or criticisms from others. These biases distort perception, making past conversations seem more consequential or harmful than they are in reality. The mind interprets these distortions as urgent lessons to process, reinforcing repetitive thought cycles. Recognizing these biases is crucial for breaking the replay loop. Cognitive restructuring techniques, such as questioning assumptions, evaluating evidence, and reframing outcomes, reduce the emotional and cognitive pull of replayed conversations, allowing the mind to move forward. 5. The role of self-esteem. Self-esteem significantly impacts how conversations are mentally processed. Individuals with low self-esteem are more likely to fixate on perceived failures or social missteps. The replayed conversation serves as a form of internal evaluation, where the mind critiques performance, tone, and content. This self-critical focus reinforces insecurities and increases anxiety about future interactions. Conversely, individuals with higher self-esteem may also replay conversations, but are less likely to experience distress, interpreting missteps as minor and forgivable. Building self-esteem through self-compassion, affirmations, and acknowledgement of successes reduces the emotional weight of replayed conversations and diminishes their disruptive impact on daily life. 6. Neural mechanisms behind replay. Neuroscientifically, replaying conversations engages memory networks, particularly the hippocampus, which encodes past experiences, and the prefrontal cortex, which evaluates them. The amygdala overlays emotional intensity, creating vivid recollections of interactions and amplifying perceived importance. These neural circuits were evolutionarily designed to improve social learning and anticipate threats. However, in modern contexts, the system can become overactive, trapping individuals in mental loops that no longer serve practical survival purposes. Understanding these neural mechanisms emphasizes that replay is an automatic brain function rather than a conscious choice, which opens the door for strategies to regulate or redirect the activity intentionally. 7. Consequences of excessive replay. Excessive replay can lead to mental fatigue, anxiety, sleep disturbances, and avoidance behaviors. Overanalyzing past interactions reduces present moment focus, making it difficult to engage fully in ongoing conversations. Social confidence may decline as individuals anticipate criticism or missteps, further reinforcing isolation or withdrawal. Chronic replay can also reinforce negative self-perceptions, creating a feedback loop where each new conversation triggers heightened self-monitoring and repeated rumination. Recognizing these consequences motivates intervention before the pattern becomes deeply ingrained, preserving both mental health and social functioning. 8. Mindfulness and present focus techniques. Mindfulness practices are highly effective for reducing repetitive mental replay. Observing thoughts without judgment, redirecting attention to the present, and engaging in focused breathing or grounding exercises disrupts the loop. Techniques like journaling, labeling intrusive thoughts, and consciously reframing past interactions as learning experiences enhance cognitive control. Over time, mindfulness strengthens neural pathways associated with attention regulation, reducing the intensity and frequency of replayed conversations, while enhancing emotional resilience and clarity in social situations. 9. Cognitive reframing and perspective shifts. Cognitive reframing allows individuals to reinterpret past conversations in a neutral or constructive light. Instead of viewing a misstep as failure, it can be seen as a learning opportunity or a minor event with little long-term impact. Perspective shifts, considering the likely minimal attention others pay to small mistakes, help reduce the emotional significance of past interactions. Combining reframing with self-compassion and humor encourages disengagement from rumination, gradually weakening the neural and emotional triggers that fuel replay. 10. Turning replay into growth. Replayed conversations can be harnessed for personal growth when approached strategically. Reflecting intentionally on social interactions provides insights into communication habits, emotional reactions, and relational dynamics. By setting aside specific reflection times rather than engaging in compulsive replay, individuals can extract lessons without emotional overwhelm. Over time, this transforms a potentially harmful habit into a tool for improving social skills, emotional intelligence, and self-awareness, turning mental replay from a source of stress into a mechanism for constructive insight and interpersonal growth. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.